Good evening, very good evening, everyone, and I welcome you to this 1 hour webinar. So today's agenda. So this is very important. So what we are going to learn in this 1 hour. So definitely we'll start with the introduction to the Microsoft Excel. What is dashboard actually? Difference between report and dashboard. Now this term dashboard create a lot of confusion. Even the people who are working for a long time in Excel, they are like still confused between what is report and what is dashboard. So in this session, you will have after this session you will have a very much clarity like what exactly the report plays a role and what is the definition of a dashboard. We are going to use pivot table. So we are going to understand about the pivot table basics, and then definitely we will use the pivot table to create our dashboard. Using pivot table, we are going to create an interactive dashboard. We will be using some charts like line chart, column chart, pie charts. I'll be quickly showing you some tips and tricks related to the advanced formatting. We will be using the slicers for connecting multiple reports. We will be using text box, linking to the text box, and definitely very, very important, the PowerPoint slide to create a background design, something which is very important. I'm going to show you one design of a dashboard, and definitely you will surprised to see this has been not manually created in the Excel, but with the help of PowerPoint, we have created a design, and then we have used that design to present our dashboard. And definitely in the last we will have a question answers. But along but if you have any question related to ongoing topic, you are free to put in a chat window. I'll be definitely take care of all those questions from the chat window. At any point of time, if you think like okay, it's the pace is fast or slow, you can also comment on that. It's absolutely fine. You are free to use the chat this question tab to mention your question, right? Yes, if you have any question, if you have any query, you can definitely put in a chat in a question tab. All right, with this today's agenda slide, we will move to the next one. So introduction to MS Excel. Now MS Excel is something not related to any specific domain. This is a very powerful spreadsheet, which is like used to do a lot of a complex calculation, basic calculation, storing data, presenting data, creating reports. So we cannot say this MS Excel is something like is useful for the people who are working in a banking, or people who are working in the insurance, or people who are working with some call center, right? So it's definitely not. It is something like used by almost every domain, every profile, right? So whenever you have some numbers, whenever you want to do some calculation, you quickly go ahead and open the Excel and do start your calculation. But Excel is a very, very powerful software, very powerful application, right? Like it has a lot of opportunity to make your life easy. If you understand this, the basic concept of this tool, then definitely this will not only help you in your current role, but also help you to move to the next level. It has a lot of formulas, functions, charts, pivot table, conditional formatting, lot of things are there. And in addition to this, there is some programming part is also connected, which we call it as a VBA, Visual Basic for Application. Usually this is used to automate your repeated task. So this is all about the MS Excel introduction. I am monitoring the chat questions tab as well. So if you have any question, feel free to add your question in a question tab, and I'll definitely pick it from there. So in the last also, I will give you a chance to ask the question, but during the session also, you are free to ask the question. Okay. Now let's move to the next slide. Why data visualization? Now I'm showing you some slides, so it doesn't mean like this entire session we will go through the slides. In the next 3 or 4 minutes, we will be moving to the live example where I'll be showing you how to create a dashboard right from the like scratch. You have a raw data, complete raw data, and with the help of that raw data, how you can create a beautiful dashboard, right? So don't think like this is going to be a complete a PowerPoint presentation. So why it is important? Because I want to give you some idea what we are going to learn in this 1 hour session. Few people might be aware, but not everyone. So it's always good to have like everyone on the same page. So why data visualization? So picture a representation of information, transform data into information insights, right? You have a tabular data, sometimes difficult to read the numbers, sometimes difficult to understand who is doing good. You have a sales in the 4 region, but with the help of number, if they are very close, difficult to understand who is doing good and who is not, who is on a bottom performer, right? But with the help of some graphs, with the help of some charts, we can easily show some high low lights and highlights, right? And definitely a human eye catches colors very fast compared to the numbers. So a picture is worth about 1,000 words. You have heard about this at many times, but definitely this is in real, definitely this works a lot, right? So increase like the users experience here and better understanding of the data. You can interact, you can find out some good insights from the data with the help of some visualization part, right? You can find out some trend. You can also understand the data, how the data is behaving, and based on that, it's something like you will be able to take some important business decisions, right? When you can do this, when you have a right like picture of your data, and that we are going to create with the help of pivot table and the charts and slicers. With this, I will move to the next slide. I hope so far it is good. If you have any question, you can ask me. If it's all good, you are able to understand the things are going good, you can give the confirmation as well in a question tab. That will also help me to understand how the session is going on, right? Here in a slide 6, you can see there is a simple comparison between dashboard and the report. Very simple and very easily explained here. Now, report looks like a lot of numbers, lot of minute information, right? And definitely and dashboard, in compared to the reports, dashboards are overview, the business overview. As a manager, as a management, what you want to see, how your business is doing, right? So you want to see a big picture of your performance, like how the sales is going on, how the like trend is going on. You don't want to get into the minor report, right? So at agent level or the supervisor level, this something is required to give a feedback, but at management level or something like you want to present your business, the health of your business, then definitely dashboards are one of the good options. So this is something like very simple explanation, difference, explaining the difference between report versus dashboard. I hope it is clear. Now we will understand about the pivot table. Now we are talking a lot about the Excel part. So Excel is a very vast topic, right? So something like you can say you have want to create some formula, Excel is there. You want to do some calculation, Excel is there. You have some text data, you want to like manipulate that data. You want to find out some unique, you want to find out some duplicates, the duplicate entries, transaction, everything you can do. And along with the formulas, one very powerful topic which is available in very powerful concept which is available in Excel is a pivot table. Now pivot table is a very old technique and very old concept. Nowadays lot of like advanced tools like Power BI, Tableau, they are like they are taking the references of the pivot table. So one who knows the pivot table in detail, definitely it will be very helpful for them to work on some advanced tools. So pivot table has a functionality of drag and drop. What does this mean? You don't have to write any formulas, you don't have to like calculate any formulas. It has a functionality of drag and drop, where you can definitely use the drag and drop functionality and create a beautiful reports, and then from there you can create a dashboards. So this includes a lot of inbuilt calculations like sum, average, distinct count, other static like rank, contributions, kind of things is available here. And within just few clicks, believe me, you don't have to write a complex form. So pivot table, after this when we'll start with the basic one, I'm sure like you will definitely going to love this pivot table after this session. It's going to be very powerful. So with this, we have now slide number 8, where what we are expecting at the end of this session. So at the end of this session, this kind of a dashboard looks like it is created on some web page. It is created on some very like expensive paid software. No, it is simply created in Excel using what techniques? Using the pivot table techniques, slicer technique, and the charts techniques, right? So this is something like which we are going to create in the next 40 minutes, right? 40 to 45 minutes. And definitely towards the end of the session, I'll also keep 5 or 10 minutes buffer for your any questions. I'll be happy to answer. So far, I think it's going good. I have not seen any response, any question here, and it looks like there is no challenge, right? Everyone, is it clear? Is this clear? Okay, all good. Thanks. Thank you for the confirmation. Now with this, I will minimize my presentation, and now we are going to start with our pivot table part. Here we go. So this is our live. This is already I've created, and before this, I would like to explain you about the data, what kind of data we have. So we have around uh, 10,000 rows of data. Now, as a data analyst or as a data scientist, wherever you are working, your first job is to understand the data. If you understand the data correctly, then you will be like in a position to create some insights. If you're not able to clear with the data terms are not clear with you, no voice from my side, it is breaking. All right, let me check quickly. Also got some confirmation. Voice is breaking. It is still same. It is still same. Voice is breaking. Yes, it is breaking in between. All right, all right. It is fine now. Okay, breaking in some time. Yes, yes. I got that notification about the voice is breaking, but I think it is giving me the confirmation as a everything is okay, and I can see few have also confirmed you it is okay, right? It is fine now. All right, all right. So where we were at the data tab, where we are trying to understand about our data. So we have understood like we have around 10,000 rows. If I quickly apply a filter here to understand order date, I can see this data is for how many years. This data is for 4 years, and definitely 4 years, and that means 48 months. So we have a data for 48 months, right? Every day there is some sales has been product has been sold, and we are our team is doing the entry here. So we have ship mode, we have a customer ID, customer name, age, segment, country, lot of information about the customer, from where he belongs to, city, state, postal code, right? Which type of product he has purchased, he has brought. So it's a category, that product belongs to which subcategory, that subcategory belongs to which product, and then the unit price of that particular products, how many units or how many quantity the person has or customer has purchased, then what is the total sales, what is the profit we are earning on that part, and then definitely the profit amount. So a typical like a e-commerce data, a very rich data, and you have been given a task to find out some good insights so that your management can take some decisions. Okay, which product is doing good, in which month we have to make, you have to you have to give a more concentration, you have to give a more focus. There are some months which has some summer peak, like some festival days, festival months, right? So we have to focus more on those months so that we can manage our sales and everything. So this is created based on this dashboard is created. Now look at this data dashboard. You are from the management, you just enter to the office, and you want to see, okay, how my performance is for all three categories. You just look at 2016. This returns you, okay, in 2016 furniture was on a lower side, wherein technology was on a higher side. And this is my profit by month. I can see August, September has my higher sides on the profit, where in October there is a dip in the profit. What could be the possible reason? If I look sales by month, I can see there is a slight dip in the month of October, right? But compared to August, September, I can see here there was a higher, no, higher profit. So these kind of interaction you can see here, right? If I click on 2015, the things were very different here. You have a total sales, and then definitely you have quantity as well. Let me check. Someone is raising the hand. I am not sure. Let me check if I can check what exactly the question is. You, if you has, if you have any query, I can address you, but I am not able to see the hand. Okay, here we go. Who has raised this hand? Quickly, let me check. Just a minute. All right, I can see now. So it is Pawan. Pawan, you have some question. You have raised the hand. You have some specific question. You you want to ask, or you want to put in a question tab. I will quickly unmute you. If you want, you can definitely speak up. So Pawan, if you have any question, you can. Else we can move ahead. Okay. I am not able to see any. I'm not able to hear anything from you, Pawan. All right. Might be if we can move it, and if you have any question, you can definitely this one. Let me check. Azal. Okay, Azal. Please go ahead with your question. Just a minute. Why I'm not able to? Yeah, I have
Hello, hi.
unmuted you. Yes,
Yeah,
Azal.
hi, sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, I've got a question. Can we what the difference between Power BI and Excel? Like we have got Excel, and there are features like pivot table features and data
Uh-huh.
visualization features. So
Uh-huh.
why do we use Power BI and the advanced tool Tableau and Power BI, these sort of tools? If we have got like
No, no.
Excel,
See,
what's
this
the
is something
requirement
like
of?
you. Yeah, I'll try to answer this quickly. So first of all, let me mute yourself. Okay, Azal. So Azal, what you are saying is something like as of now, you're doing the comparison between the two application, right? So as of now, like we are learning about the creating a dashboard here. So comparison is something it's good. Like you're comparing, you have a lot of things to compare between Excel and Power BI. One thing like Power BI is a paid software. It has like you required a lot of other things as well. But as of now, I would request let's focus on this part, and I'm sure like after the end of this, you'll have answer on this. But if it's still not, I'll definitely address your question at the end, right? So otherwise, we will like we will lose our track. So we are on Excel part as of now. Okay, I hope this is okay for you as of now, right? And let's move to the next part now. All right, so we are going to create a pivot table. First of all, pivot reports we are going to create. These are some reports which we have created, and then definitely we are going to create this one. Now what I will do, I will minimize this window, and then definitely I will open the blank file where we are going to use this one, right? So this is something just a screenshot here for your reference, but I don't have anything here. It is as I promised in the beginning, we will be creating this right from the zero. So there will be no pre like created anything. So you will come to know like how easy and fast it is. So pivot table is available in the insert tab, and you will see the in the insert tab you have a pivot table here. But I'll going to show you some shortcut key as well. So in order to create a pivot table, you can use the shortcut key Alt D and P. D for data and P for pivot. In Excel, when you work on an Excel, if you're using the shortcut keys and these keyboard keys, definitely this will save you a lot of time, as well as this will increase your efficiency. So I'll press Alt DP. Before I press Alt DP, I just want to quickly make sure there is no blank row in my data. How I can make sure there is no blank row? By pressing Control and down arrow key and Control and right arrow key. I can see I jump directly to the last cell of my data set. That means there is no blank row available. This is good for us, right? If there is a blank row, we have to select the data manually. Now I'm going to press a shortcut key Alt DP. With shortcut key I press Alt DP. The moment I press Alt DP, it says me, okay, what kind of report you're looking for. So I'll say, okay, from where your data is coming. I'll say my data is coming from Excel, and what kind of report I'm looking for. As of now, we'll create first a pivot table, a tabular form, and then we will convert that tabular form into a graphical form, that is into a chart. So let's start with this. Next, it says me, okay, are you sure like this is your range, or do you want to change it? So where is your data? So we can see data is from A1 to V9994. Definitely this is something like the last column of my data set and the last row of my data set. Okay, now press next, and here you go. It will say, okay, where you want to create your report, on a new sheet or maybe on existing sheet. So we can go with the new sheet. As of now, this is the first pivot table, so we'll definitely prefer to go on a new sheet, and from there we can create a copies. So press finish. The moment I press finish, what is your observation? The new sheet has been added here. You can see the name of the sheet is sheet 2. On my left hand side, you will see a blank structure of a pivot table. Okay, and on my right hand side, you will see a pivot table fields. Now this is very important. Now what is meant by this pivot table fields? All the headers names are appearing here. So you remember, as I mentioned in the beginning, you should understand the data first. Why you need to understand the data first? So that you can see the relevant columns here, and then you can use those columns for your analysis. If you are not familiar with the data, then definitely this will be a little confusing for you. How many columns are here? What are the definition of these columns? What kind of data is available in these columns? So we have done this in the beginning, so it's easy for us to understand, okay, what is meant by order date, ship date, and so on. Now I'm going to explain you quickly about these 4 sections. So please pay attention on the screen. You can definitely keep posting your question in a chat window, in a question tab, and I'll be definitely taking it if it is really going, if it is with ongoing, or definitely in the last. All right, now look at this. So the column section, row section, and the value section. As I mentioned in the beginning, this pivot table has a functionality of drag and drop. So you can drag information from the data set and drop into the this section. If you move any column or any field into the row section, how this will appear? It will appear as a vertical and as a unique. If you move any of the field into column section, it will appear horizontally here. Okay, so column, it will appear horizontally. And there is a very important part, this value section. This value section has a 2 major role, right? One major calculation. One is a sum and one is a count. Now, how the pivot table will understand to do a sum or to do a count? So very simple technique for this. If you move any numerical column, into the value section, by default it will do the sum. But if you move any text column or a string column, it will do the counting part. Now I'll show you the practical part here. Pay attention on the screen. First of all, I'll move the total sales. Now total sales is nothing but my numerical column. I'll move here. Here you go. I can see the total sales is appearing as a 113 lakhs 52,452. Okay. If I remove total sales and move just a category possible, okay, a category 1, see what happens. It says me there are total 9993 rows of categories, right? That means there are total 9993 transaction. If I move category into row section, see what happens. It says me you have a 3 unique categories. Out of the 10,000 rows, you have a 3 unique categories, which is appearing as a vertical. If I move this into a column section, definitely you will see the same information, but in the horizontal view. As of now, we are not looking for a horizontal view. We'll move it in a row section, and we will also move total sales into this one. See what happens. This 113 lakhs has been splitted by 3 categories, and we can easily say, okay, with the help of this numbers, we can say technology is definitely on a higher side. So this is our first thing we have created. All right. Now, if I move out category, if I put subcategory here, definitely the information is immediately changed, and the data is splitted, or this total is splitted by subcategory. Isn't it amazing? You're just doing drag and drop, and the calculation is happening here. It's a very powerful tool. This drag and drop functionality will make your life easy. Now you don't have to worry about like complex formula. Just move from here and you can check. All right. Now let's create some more formatting option here, which will help us to create our dashboard, like a nicely dashboard, right? So what we are going to do is 2 things. First of all, I will convert this into a accounting format, that is a comma separator. That will help me to, that will be a more readable format. How we can do that? For this, you need to go to the home tab, select this area, go to the home tab, and then look at this. Inside the number format, you have a comma separator here. You just need to click on this one, and here you go. If the decimals are not very critical, you can reduce the decimal. And now this is more readable format. Okay. Yes, Ankit, definitely. It's a very amazing. Believe me, when you start working on this, you will find it, like so easy and so insightful. Like you just have to drag and drop, and then definitely you have, a result in just few clicks. So with this, we have created our very first, a table where we are going to show furniture, office supply, and technology. All right. Now, what is the second part? We also have some by segment, home segment, corporate, and consumer. So we are also looking for some more table here. For second table, what we'll do, we'll simply copy this one. As this is not, this is going to be our backend tab. So we are not, like changing the color and everything. But you have a option here to change the color, designs, and make it more beautiful when you're sending the report. But as of now, our focus is on a dashboard. So I'm not changing the colors and everything. I'm keeping all the things as a default one, because anyways, these are not going to be visible for our end user, right? All right, I can see there's one more question from Piyush. Sir, which version of this is the Office 365, but this pivot table is available in all the version. Maybe you're using 2010, 2013, 27, 2016, 23. It is available in all the versions, right? All right, look at this. I will move the category out, and maybe I can move segment here. Here you go. Now you have a split of your total sales by 3 different categories. So we are going to create a base of our dashboard. So we have a column chart here. So definitely we are going to create a column chart on this. We are going to create a pivot chart, a pie chart on this, pie chart on my this one. And the last one is something very important. I want to show some trend. Now trend I want to show by profit and by sales. How we can do that. Now look at the dashboard. You have a Jan, Feb, March and everything. But if you go to the data tab, you will surprise there is no month of Jan, Feb, March, right? There is no month, there is no column for year, there is no column for month, there is no column for quarter. So there is a column for date. Now I'm not going to create any additional columns here to convert or to extract the date, month, quarter and year. Pivot table has this feature inbuilt available that will help us to convert our date into a hierarchy, date hierarchy. Okay, let's have a look here how this is going to work. So I'll copy this one again and I'll paste it here. Okay, now I will move out segment, and then I have a date column here. Look at this. So I'm just moving date column from the field section to row section. It has all the dates, but the moment I drop the date here, see what happens. I can see 2 additional columns. One is a year and one is a quarter. Amazing. If I click on this 2012, quarter 1, quarter 2, if I click on this quarter 1, I have a Jan, Feb, March. And remember, these 3 columns, all 3 columns are not available in my original data set. So pivot table has understood, okay, you are not only looking for date, but you are also looking for some grouping like year, month, and this one. So definitely this is something like very, very powerful, which will save you a lot of time. Now I don't want to see quarter and year. So I will move out year, I will move out quarter, and here you go. So this is my sales by month. And this is for which year? Any guess? Any guess? This is for which year? All these sales are for which year? Anyone can guess here? You can try. You can type in a chat window in a question tab. If you can guess this one, let me have a look. No one so far. This is for which year? Now I've shown you just quickly. This is for all years. Exactly, all years, all 4 years. Absolutely. So you have your observation is very good here. So this is for all 4 years, definitely. Now what we have to do is we don't have to keep this for all 4 years. Definitely this is not something like we are looking for all 4 years. We also need some kind of interaction between these 3. Let me have a look. One more thing. Okay, we have one more by profit. So what I'll do, I will copy this one and I will paste here, and this time I will move out total sales and I will move in profit amount. So this is my profit. So this is my 4-year profit by month. This is my 4-year sales by month. This is my 4-year sales by segment, and this is 4-year sales by category. Now they are just tabular form. We need to create a quick charts on this, and we also need to create a year slicer which will connect to all these charts. Okay, now I'll quickly start with the very first slicing part. So what is my slicing part? I'll keep my cursor on my table 1. I'll go to the pivot table analyze. Look at this. When you keep the cursor on this tab will appear. If you don't keep the cursor here, you will not be able to see this option. So sometimes become difficult. Okay, this is not available for my Excel. Why it was available for Shabbir's Excel? No, it is not a case. You need to keep the cursor here, and this option will be available. And look at this. You have to select on the insert slicer. If I click on the insert slicer, it says me the same information. You have so many headers available in your data set. Which headers you are looking for? So we go for filtering. So I will say I am looking for years. So I'll click on this OK, and here you go. It has a nicely slicer here which has some buttons, and which when I click on these buttons, I can see the numbers are changing here. And now this 35 lakhs 88,000 is sales for year 2016. But I don't want to keep this slicer like this. I want to do a quick formatting on this. First of all, I want to get rid of this unwanted value sales, like which was not there in my data set. And I don't want to show this in one column. I want to show by 2 by 2. That means to 13, 14, 15, 16. So two things I'm going to change here. Pay attention on the screen. So right click on this slicer setting, and in the slicer settings, you have an option here called as a hide item with no data. See, this is a demo, so I am going to show you this quickly, but definitely once you have, in an actual session, you will learn this in detail, right? So a lot of things are going to share. It's something like I'm going to give you an overview, but this is a very, very vast topic. Cannot be, possible to complete everything in 1 hour. It is just to give you an introduction, like how powerful tool this is and how you can, make your life easy when you learn these things. So click OK. Here you go. That has been removed, and I can also check quickly if there is some questions. So no, I don't see any question here. All right. Okay. All right. In the backend also our team is there. So definitely if I miss anything, we'll definitely take care on this. All right. Now look at this. So we have this this slicer, and I'll go to the slicer tab. Again, same things. When you click on the slicer tab is available. I can increase the column size by 2. Look at this. After selecting on this, I've selected column 2. That means now I have 2 columns, right? So I have a good view here. Now I can reduce the size here. Pay attention on the screen. We are now about to close this. Now next 10-15 minutes, and we will be ready with our dashboard. Now if I click on this 13, quickly tell me which table is getting updated here. Which table is getting updated here? It is on a first table, right? It is on a first table. Not all, actually. It's on a first table. Look at this. These are constant. These are not changing. Why these are not changing? Because yes, it's a category table. Because when we created this slicer, our cursor was on this table. Remember, when our cursor was on this table, it was like connecting to this table. But we don't want only this one. We want to connect this one, and this one. So when the user will click on 2014, he'll be able to see information for the different categories, segment, month for year 2014. How we can do that? Let's have a look. So I'll keep this is a very important, and you will hardly find anywhere that the tip I'm going to share here with you, right? So right click on this, then you have a report connection. You have a report connection. These are all reports, remember. You can see currently it is connected with the pivot number 1. Now I will connect to pivot number 2, pivot number 3, pivot number 4. I have a 4 pivot here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will connect this slicer with all the pivot. Press OK, and you will see the magic. Look at this. Now everything is getting updated. So this information is for 2015 by category, by segment, sales by month for 2015, profit by month 2015. Amazing, this one. You are, with the help of this one slicer, you are you are interacting with the different all four tables, right? Yes or no? I'll take a pause for 30 seconds here to look at some questions in the chat window. Yes, all right. Okay, Asta, thank you for the confirmation. All okay, all right. I can see there's 1 or 2 questions which Ankit has asked. Either it is covered in advanced Excel. Hi, can you please again show me the date format? If time permit, definitely I will. And this is something like the course syllabus we already have. So you will have a brochure where you can request, and you will have all the contents of the course, which are the topics are covered there. And for all, we need to remove slicer? No, we don't have to remove the slicer. We have just created one slicer, and now with this one slicer, look at the screenshot. We have this one slicer which is controlling our 4 table, right? So this is something like we have created now. So in the backend, we are ready with our base part. Now it's time to present this information into this one. Okay. Now I'll quickly show you here. I'll make it a little small size for this, so that we can keep this a screenshot, and we will see here. Okay, we have a limited time, so I'll show you quickly in the next 10 minutes. I will show you this one. Okay, pay attention on the screen, and I think you will also have the recording of this this one as well. If not, you can definitely check with the ATS team, and definitely we will be happy to assist you on this. All right, look at this. Now creating this kind of design like background, proper background, aligned background, it's not easy in Excel. So we'll take a quick help of a PowerPoint. So when you have a PowerPoint, you can have a lot of, like insert boxes, shapes, you can do the coloring part, right? And you can check here. See this one, this line I want to show you here, this red lines. This red lines will help you to align your all the boxes and everything properly. So with the help of this one blank PowerPoint slide, I've created these few boxes here. You can check here. This is my outer side. This is again one of the box I've created here. Okay. Again, you have these boxes. You have some shapes kind of thing, some round shapes you can create here like this. These all things are available for the designing part only. And now what we have done is we have to take a quick screenshot of this design. It is just for the design. Remember, there's one question Amandeep is asking from where the PowerPoint has come. So as I mentioned in the agenda, we'll be using to create this blank template. And on this, we are going to place our pivot charts, right? So this is something like it's again a Microsoft product. So for creating a dashboard design, we have saved that one, and then I will import that that JPG file. You can save this one, Control S, and you can give any name. You can save this one, and you can bring it into the Excel. Maybe I can quickly go to this background design, and here you go. So you have this blank template here. You have this blank template here, very nice and beautiful template to make your dashboard, like more interactive and impressive, right? So this is my my design here. Remember, this is only for design. If you don't want to go with this, you are free to create your own design in Excel as well. Absolutely fine, right? So whatever you are happy with this, you can do that. But this is something like comes under the best practice, or I can say the common practice. All right. Now look at this, everyone. We are very close to finish our final version. So I'll select this one, Control C, Control X. I'll definitely cut it from here, and I'll paste this part, this information here. All right. And then definitely I'll try to reduce this one. I'll try to put it here now with the no borders and everything. So you can definitely do the basic formatting, like you can remove the border, you can have your some color designs and everything. You can match the color designs with the slide with your background design, and you can keep like this. Okay. So if I click on this, definitely you will see some information here. Now what is the second part? Quickly I will show you. We have to get the column chart here. Okay. How we can get the column chart? Something like this. Remember, it's not all about the column chart, but the formatting is also important. So please pay attention on the screen. 3 charts I'm going to show you in the next 5 minutes. So I'll keep my cursor here, and I will press a shortcut key, Alt F1. The moment I press shortcut key, which Alt F1, see how the life is easy in Excel. Quickly, the chart has been created. A nice chart has been created, but with a lot of additional information, which we are not happy, which we don't want, right? So I'll copy this one, Control C, Control X, and I'll try to paste it here. Okay. And I'll try to paste it in the first box. But you will ask me, okay, this looks very different than what you have in the screenshot. Hold on for the next 1 minute, and I will show you how I'll convert this into this view. Very first thing, whatever the elements you don't require, you can select on this. You can delete those elements. Like I deleted the legend, I deleted the title, I deleted this y-axis, and I don't want this one, these buttons on this one. So I can hide all these things. And I also don't want this one. I also don't want these grid lines. Looks like we are very close to our design, but again, it is not that matching. So what I'll do, I will do the right click on this, and I will make it as a outline, no fill, as well as right click on this, and I'll make it border color as a no fill. Okay, look at this. Maybe I can do one more time. No fill. Here you go. Look at this. The number doesn't the number is not there. There's no number. So I can do right click, add labels. I can again do right click and format data series and increase the weight of the columns. So I can increase the weight of the column, and likewise. Okay, as this is a demonstration, I'm showing you this a little quick, but definitely you will have a complete details when you want to learn in in a prop when you want to learn in detail, right? So this is something like which we have already created. Now, what are the things we have done? I'll quickly show you one more time. So I have removed all the extra elements. Very important. I have make sure like the no line is something no fill, background is no fill, and I've added the values and I've added the like I have removed the outline. Now, if I change this one, look at this. It is working. It is working fine, and I can see this information. Amazing, easy this one. How easily we have created and how beautiful this looks now compared to the normal traditional chart and a dashboard. This looks very nice. Quickly, I will show you a few more. In a second part, I want to add a pie chart. So definitely, if I press Alt F1, what happens if I press Alt F1? This will return me the default chart. What is my default chart? My default chart is column chart, but I don't want a column chart, so I'll do the right click, and then I have a change series chart type. Here I have a lot of other charts, so whichever I want, I can go with this. I can select the pie chart which I'm looking for because I want to show some contribution percentage, and press OK, and here you go. But this is again not matching with our design. So Control C, Control X, let's move it and paste it here. Okay, now we'll try to match our design with this. So I'm showing you this, by doing myself, so you can understand this is not something like very difficult, and you can also learn this, right? It's just a matter of like spending some time and understanding and learning from the industry expert people, right? So you will not find these kind of tips and tricks on the internet. Believe me, this is something like coming from the years of experience, like how you can create these kind of things. So learning under the guidance is something like which is very important. You can save your time, you can increase your knowledge bank, right? Look at this. So again, one thing, segmentation I don't want, I will hide everything. I don't want this consumer corporate, I'll hide this one. I don't want this total, I'll hide this one. So how I will recognize what exactly this blue shape is for, what is for gray, and what is for this one? So we are going to add some labeling here. So first of all, let me stretch the size a little bit. Okay, and there's definitely data label. I can see Asta has given the answer here. Very nice, Asta. So select on this and click on the data label. A data label looks nice, but they are not very much visible. So I can select the data label, make it white font. Now this is a little bit clear. Then again, I want to see the category and the percentage. So right click on the data label, format data label, and I will add two information here. What are the two information? I will add category. This will help me to understand the blue part belongs to consumer, the gray part belongs to home office. And I will also select on a percentage. Now look at this quickly, how fast it is. It says me, okay, my consumer is 16,36,000 and it contributes around 46% of my total sales. Isn't it easy? Without having any kind of calculation, with just right click, we are getting all this information. Now again, I will do one more thing. I will select the chart area and I'll make sure it has no fill and it has no border as well. So that will definitely help me to match the background design. Look at this now. So 2014, 2016, and it's very easy. All right, quickly, two more things. One is on a line chart. So I'll click on this one, and this time I'm going to show you a different way. So keep the cursor here, go to insert tab, and then we have a line chart. I'm happy with the line with the marker. Look at this. And also I will click one more line chart, and then definitely we will do the formatting for both the line charts. Okay, so one is sales by, I can definitely this time I need a title. So I will type here by profit, and this is something by sales. This time I will not delete my what do you say, title. Otherwise what happens, my user will not able to understand what kind of trend I'm going to show you here. Now I'll copy these two part, Control C, Control X, and let me move this on my main chart, and here you go. Maybe we'll try to do a formatting together, but if not, then definitely we have to do one by one. So will not take much time. As you know the basic things, I don't need this one, I don't need this one, I don't need this information. Hide all the field. All right, now what exactly I'm looking here, I will remove this one, and I will also make sure these are blanks, no fill at all. And look at this. Okay, I'll ask you a quick question to all of you. Maybe you can try to answer this one. look at the screenshot and look at this chart. What do you see? What is the difference here in these two? This one and this one. If you can answer in a next 30 seconds, that would be really good. So what do you think the difference? Trend, smooth curve, very nice, very nice. You have a very dotted one. So this is a smooth line, and definitely there is a trend. So very important when you show some kind of trend, it is good to show the trend as well, how it is going. Trend is going up, down, and so on. So I'll do two things: right click, add trend, and then after I add trend, I'll go to the line section. I'll select this line section and right click on the format data series, and then I have a smoothed line here. Look at this. This looks very nice. All right. So this is something like you have created here a very nice chart here. Let me try one thing. If I can do that, it's well and good. If it is not, then definitely we'll do the same thing here. But now you have an idea here. Okay, this is not something like we are looking for. So we'll definitely do quick formatting here, hide all, delete this one, increase the size, and then definitely you have right click and add trend. You can see here how fast and easy it is, right? This is not that difficult. This is not something like you need to learn a very, like a paid software kind of thing, or you have to pay a lot of thing on the licensing part. No, not at all. This is very easy, very simple. You can use this Excel not only to do some calculations, but also to find out some trends, some insights, and create a beautiful and nice dashboards. All right. So with this, we have come to an end of our this one, but there is two things which are remaining, which I'll quickly show you. Hold on, everyone. It is not yet completed. So we are very close to our final version. The something like which is missing here. These are the total sales and these are the total quantity. These are kind of things I want to put it here. And then definitely you have a title here, which you can have the title. And then definitely you have your company logo here, which we have created a design. And then definitely you're ready to present to your management this one. Okay. All right. Azal Khan is saying video is stuck. So are you not able to see my screen? Like I'm moving to the technique used. I am on a sheet technique use. I can. Okay. I can. All right. So Rahul is saying yes. What about others? A screenshot, yes. Okay. So Azal Khan, I think it is something like from your end. It is not. It is okay from my side. All right. Thank you for the confirmation, rest people. Now finally we have our total sales. So what I want to use this information, this particular information as a total sales, but not here. I'll remove everything so that it will not change in the future. So I have this total sales as a one value, and then I will have a quantity. So what I'm doing here, quickly I'll show you. I copied this pivot table, created a copy of pivot table, remove everything from row column filter, and just use a value section for total sales. Same thing I'm doing to do the category one. We have this one, the category part. Here you go. Now what we are going to do is we are going to link this information with our text box. So the last part, 2 minutes, 2 more minutes, and then we are done. So I'll go to the home tab. Next to home tab, we have a insert, and then we have a text box. Yes, here you go. You can definitely create this kind of text box. Now, how you will get this information here? That is a very important one. So I'll keep my cursor here. I'll select this text box. Pay attention on the screen. Last 2-3 minutes, but very important. I'll select this text box. I'll go to the formula tab, and in the formula tab, I will type equal to, and after this, I'll go to the sheet 2, and in the sheet 2, I will select this information, which is A12, and I will do hit enter. It is something like not working here, so we can directly say sheet 2 and then A12. So we can exclude that information, and here you go. So we have a sum of A12. But is it in a A12? I think no, it is on a A13. Yeah, that was my bad. It is not a A12. It is on a A13. Here you go. So you have a A13 information here, and then definitely you can have this on a center alignment, nicely format here. And if I change here, is it working? Yes, it is working. And you can see how fast I've created a text box, and I have linked this text box with our pivot report. I can also do a no filling here. Likewise, I'm doing for the all other objects. So here you go. You can definitely have a title here. And the last one, I'll do the Control C, Control V, and I will also do a copy of this one where I want to show a quantity. Now this time I think it's not a A13, it is I think A18. So simple, I'll go to the formula bar. After selecting this text box, I will remove this, click on 18 and hit enter. Now font looks very small, so definitely you can increase the font size and you can match up with the other one. Look at this, how fast and beautiful it is created, right? Look at this, everything is working. You have created a nicely formatted dashboard here with the help of pivot table, with the help of this background design which we have created in PowerPoint. But as I mentioned, you are not bound to create on the PowerPoint. You can definitely create this blocks in Excel as well, and then definitely you can put all the charts here, do some good formatting on the chart and this one. So Elena has a question, can we add a card chart also? No, we don't have a card chart here, and that's the reason we are using for these text boxes. How to see for all years? That's again one question. So you can see this option, the cross button clear filter. When you click on this clear filter, look at this. So this information, 1 crore 13 lakhs 52,452 is for all years, and these are my total transaction. How to get the currency here? Very simple. You have to add a currency in your this one. So you can definitely go to the currency part here. Maybe you can have this currency here. You have a rupee currency, right? Look at this. Now I will definitely have a rupee currency here, something like this, and I will reduce the size. Look at this. So you have a currency. For me, it is a rupee symbol. So it is definitely this one, right? So it's a very, see, these are the small tips and tricks. So when you have in, like in an actual session, you will learn a lot of things. It is just an overview. Remember, this is not the end of the story. This is just an overview and it's a beginning, right? So with this, we have come to an end of our session. Now I'll quickly add the heading here, and this will definitely, I would love to add a very quick text box here again, and then definitely you can add your headings, something like this, and then definitely you can add here like sales dashboard, right? Okay, and you can zoom it out, and then definitely you can increase the size. Something I've missed, I really Algerian, maybe I like to have this information, Algerian sales dashboard here, maybe center part. Yes, and then definitely I will also add a logo so that will help a user to, like to understand this. So no fill, and then definitely no outline at all. And definitely maybe I can move it out, and I will also try to add a logo here, and then we can have a full mode, full zoom mode, and we can see here how we can add a logo. I already have some logo here. So this time I will select this logo maybe, right? Something like this. You can have the logo here of your company, and look at this. I can now put it on a F11 mode, maybe full screen mode. Okay, I'm not able to do the full screen, but let's see. I can add something like this. Okay, maybe full zoom out. Here you go. Look at this. So this is how your dashboard, final dashboards looks like. So looks like in a I can move this out, look at this now. And maybe if I can move this tabs now, again you will have something like this, which is very powerful, looks like you have created on a web page. All right, we are come to an end of our session. So any question, any last question if you have, I'll give another 2 minutes. So well, happy to answer if it is in my, otherwise definitely my team will be taken care of that. And Ankit has mentioned, thanks, it is really awesome. You're welcome, Ankit. Will the session recording will be available? It's easy and amazing to understand. Elena, thank you for the comment. Please do provide your valuable feedback. ATH, this is thanks, it is awesome. You're sure, thank you very much. Your feedback is important for us. So about the data science course, okay, you will definitely have more information. You can email us or you can contact on the given number. We'll definitely be able to help you there, right? So you can note down these numbers for any program related query. And then thank you for the session, it's amazing, thank you. If possible, can we refer to the quick video recording? Yes, I think so. I don't see any challenge, but still you can check with the ATH team. You can email, or if you have registered, definitely you have the email ID and you will come to know from there. All right, it is really awesome. Definitely, you're welcome. Sonia, you're welcome. Priyanshu. Really happy to interact with all of you. It was very short session, but I'm sure like you have learned so many new things out of context. V is a part of Excel, is a part of a Python. VB is a independent programming language, right? Python is an independent programming language. VB is mostly used for all the Microsoft product, but Python can be also like advanced one. If you're learning Python, then VB is not required to some extent. But if you're more into the Microsoft products, then VB should be the good option. Short and very productive, sir. Thank you, Nupur. Deepak definitely has a value added. Sonia, thank you for your comment. This one. Azal, you have something. I have, yes, you have some question, right? Azal, I'll try to answer your question related to the. You have the same question, right? In regards with the Power BI and this one. So Power BI is definitely a independent tool. Definitely, it is something like a paid one. You have to buy a license for that, and definitely it has its own limitations and own benefits, right? So it's a completely independent tool. Wherein in Excel you can do a lot of data analysis, you can do a lot of things, right? But Power BI is definitely is again a good to learn as well. So I'll not say Excel is good or Excel is bad or Power BI is good or both are playing their role depending on what kind of like role you are handling, what kind of profile you are handling. So I would say learn both the things, and it's both are amazing. Both are from the Microsoft. Okay. For Power BI, do we need to learn VBA? No, Sonia, it's absolutely not. Power BI is again an independent analytics tool. It's a BI tool actually. It's a business intelligence tool. So it has, as like as advanced capability. So you don't require any programming language for that. Major difference, see, this is an Excel application. You can write as a free spreadsheet, right? You can open the Excel, you can do the normal calculation there, right? You can do some simple calculations there, which is not available in the Power BI. Power BI can connect to the other data sources. Then you can get the data, you can clean the data, very messy data, very huge data. For example, Excel can handle 1 million row, but Power BI has a capacity to handle 5 million rows, right? For example, right? So this is something like both has its own capacity or own capabilities. So as I mentioned, it depends on your profile, it depends on your role, what you're doing. So learning both the things will definitely make you different from the crowd, and you will have an upper edge, right? So definitely it's a good to learn both. But to start with, I would say go with the Excel. Once you have a very good expertise in the Excel, then Power BI will become easy for you, right? So is this class like offline? So this information, Priyanshu, you will get it from our training team. They will definitely help you on that. Sir, Power BI is a free or paid? Again, it's a very vast topic. So it has a desktop version is free, and so many things are there. So maybe I would request to attend a Power BI demo session where you will have a more understanding about the Power BI, right? Is there is any opinion of the fresher after Power BI? Again related to the Power BI. So request you to attend the Power BI demo, and you will be having like answer on your question on this. Still, if you have any question, you can feel free to ask to our organizer team. Very informative. Someone does. Thank you for your information. Now with this, I'll take a leave here. I am sure like you're going back with a lot of knowledge here, right? And then if you still you have any question, our team is already there. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a nice evening and have a nice weekend as well. Enjoy your weekend. Bye everyone. Bye. Take care.